Say what? Yo, who was that? ATL show coming live. We provide the world. Know that we are show. We got ATL Legacy, the podcast. On God, we're taking over for the ATL show.
Naya, what?
The ATL show's on, duh. Get out! Get out!
Naya, it's supposed to be for adults only. It's supposed to be.
ATL, they're back.
It's my time again.
Anthony, Tioma, T7, Legacy. They're back. They're the best. Let's get it. Season 2.
I'm the best at this shit, that's fact. And there's only one reason that I came back. I'm here to set the fucking record straight. Okay. I'm the best, you other cats just failed the way. First off, ain't no beef with the spinners in my city. But if it comes with 28, then shit get gritty. I'm shitty. Yeah, I shit on rappers. Even dead on the scene since you wanna be actors. This the message. I'm talking over hills and places. Schools over feeling foggy. I'll be patient and waiting. It seems y'all forgot who really runs the throne. Screaming y'all number one just because I was gone. See, ain't no stopping me now. I'm on the move. I'm on against me. Must be you ready to lose. The game, the street, the throne is took. This the message. Hope it leave you from me rappers. Sure. Yeah. The message. So y'all know. Yeah. The monster is back. And I'm at my spot.
ATL, ho.
Just-in-time accessories definitely have the bling and everything in between. Tiama Copeland is your independent paparazzi agent. Join her live online Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join her on Facebook at Tiama Sweetness Copeland or her fan page, Just-in-Time Accessories. Or you can find her on YouTube at Tiama Harris. That once again is Just-in-Time Accessories. Everything is only $5. Nickel and lead-free jewelry. Tiama Copeland, independent paparazzi agent. Just-in-time accessories definitely have the bling and everything in between. Check her out.
Make sure you go over to Goli.com and get your Goli gummies today. They have 3 selections, 3 choices to choose from. They have the apple cider vinegar, the ashwagandha, and new, they now have the superfruit. In addition to going over to GoliGummies.com, make sure you use the ATL as your discount code and receive a huge discount. It supports the channel and the podcast. In addition to all of that, the gummies, they're a source of antioxidant. They have vitamins B9, B12, promotes general good health, helps improve your daily health, contains pectin, a source of dietary fiber, uses pectin as a natural prebiotic to support the healthy gut and immune system, includes the mother, a healthy strain of bacteria, antioxidants, and enzymes. Mask the unpleasant taste of the apple cider vinegar. It's simple, it's delicious, it's Goli. Welcome. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. In the World Wide Web, I am Anthony. Welcome to the Anthony Brown Show, this segment that we call the ATL. I'm joined tonight with my beautiful co-host, the very lovely, the very beautiful Tyson's mother, Miss Tiama Sweetness.
Hey, everybody.
How's Tyson doing now?
He's doing great. He's sitting in my hand, not tripping as much.
Okay.
Yes,
Tyson.
Was tripping.
Yes, he was tripping. He was taking over. I'm also joined tonight by the very bold, the very beautiful, yes, the lovely, the gorgeous,
Hey.
T Savage.
Good evening, everyone. part in the hair. This is not acting right. Nothing is acting right tonight. So
It's still cute. I like the earrings.
thank you.
Yes, and I'm also joined by Mr. Shorty Doo-Wop. Look them from head to toe. Look them till they go crazy. Mr. Legacy the Great. Mr. Legacy the Great. Oh, he's not with us tonight. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, how everybody doing tonight?
I'm hanging in there. How are you?
I'm hanging in also. How was everyone's Thanksgiving?
Full of calories.
Very full.
Everyone's
Full of calories. Full of calories.
Full of calories. Oh my goodness. Yes. I had a lovely, lovely Thanksgiving. I really enjoyed it. It started off at home. I cooked and threw together some Thanksgiving victuals. Just to tie me over just a little bit, and I just sampled on them. Hey, Credit Chick.
Hi.
Miss Marion.
Hi.
And then these round two, I went with my other family, Legacy the Great. I went over to his house and chilled and ate and got festively full. I had to unloose my belt a little bit. Round three, my sister, Miss Carlotta Jeanette, made 2 plates, 2 servings. I brought home. I ate that the next day because I couldn't eat another mouthful. Special thanks to Miss Parker.
Miss Parker. Miss Parker.
Miss Fudge. She baked the ham for me and made collard greens.
Yes.
But overall, I had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'm definitely thankful. Anything y'all want to share about y'all's Thanksgiving? Or
my grandma made me a turkey.
Oh, okay.
It's just me. My daughter don't eat turkey, so it's probably been in the freezer by Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, the leftover turkey, you have turkey sandwiches, then you have turkey soup, then you have turkey salad, then you have...
And then by day 3, you turn into a turkey. Gobble, gobble. Okay.
Okay. Yes. I just want to remind everybody also, last week we had an impromptu tarot card reading by none other than the very lovely Miss AJ. And it went over very well. It went over very well. So definitely reach out to her, to Miss AJ, for your tarot card reading. And to be so young and so new to the game, Mama is on point. And her prices are very reasonable. So definitely reach out to her. We'll be promoting her, and we're going to bring her on again in the future for a show just dedicated to her, if her mom allows.
Yeah, she's ready. I done pop my cherry. She's ready. Okay. As long as I got my trusty oil next to me, I'll be just fine. I'm just gonna squeeze the bottle while y'all talk. Listen, I went in there that night. She was on the show. I went with my wife. I said, "You sleep?" She was like, I got that bottle. I anointed her head and rubbed it in. Mom, what you doing? Come be quiet. Go to bed.
Okay.
Let me do this.
Okay. If you're just tuning in, tonight's show is the main topic is a lifeline before death happens. This is Miss Marion Pollack. She's been on the show. She's no stranger to our show, to our platform. She's been on here before. She's also known as the Credit Chick. She's multi-talented. She has multiple streams of income, and one of which is, like I said, she does the credit repair, and she's been doing that for many, many years. She's very successful in that, and that's her main source of income. But secondly, she's into this showing us people, and when I say us, I mean people of color, an alternative to life insurance to help with that time of the death is going to come, because we're all going to leave here one day. But she's going to show an alternative to life insurance, because a lot of people really can't get life insurance based on health issues. Because in order to qualify for life insurance, they do a health screening, and if you have high blood pressure, cancer, lupus, any health issue, it's going to either run the cost extremely high so you can't afford it, or you don't qualify and can't get it. But Ms. Marion is going to be with us a little later. You know, she's still in makeup and wardrobe, getting herself together. But when she get ready and come on stage, we're gonna bring her forward, and she's gonna have some answers for us. Also, the question of the day. Boom. The question of the day kind of goes in hand with our topic of the day. And why is death viewed as such a sad moment? Who would like to go first?
I'll take off. Most of the time I feel like people, look at it because they feel like they're not probably gonna ever be able to see that person again. So with that aspect of it, it's like I may not be able to, ever tell this person again how much they meant to me. A lot of times people feel like they didn't get a chance to say goodbye properly, or it ended on such a sad note of, having an argument or holding on to grudges too long and things of that nature, that this is why they feel like, it's such sadness. I was taught that, death is supposed to be rejoiced, and the birth of a child is supposed to be the sad moment, because we're bringing a child into the world in so much sin. So I learned to look at it in that aspect, that where, I may not get a chance to physically see this person again, but if you are going to the right, regardless of where you're going, at the end, you'll get a chance to see each other again, whether it's in hell or heaven, but you'll get your chance. So if you're trying to get to that higher place where you don't have to worry about all of that, then, you keep your eye on the prize, which is to one day make it into heaven. And if that person makes it there, you get a chance to rejoin each other again, hopefully, from what we've been taught. I don't really know for sure, though.
I think the reason why some people see it as such a sad moment or sad occasion is because that some of the people probably have, once the loved one have died, the person who's grieving or going through the moment, they're seeing it as they probably have a lot of guilt still built up, unsolved I'm sorry's, a lot of unsolved or unforgiven issues, a lot of things they can't take back at this point, a lot of shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and so the sadness is really a self-sadness, in my opinion. Why they see it that way? Because they can't be forgiven for whatever it is that they've done and wanted to be, or before they pass, I'm asking forgiveness for this, or I'm gonna try to make good on this situation, or I'm gonna let them know that I did this or I did that, or tell them who really did this or who did that, or whatever. But now they're gone, and I never had a chance to do all that, so now they're grieving.
The Bible says, never let the sun go down on your wrath. And I try to live by that. When I go to bed, I ain't mad at nobody. Because if something happened to them, I'll be all right. If you were saved, if you believe in heaven, you did what you're supposed to do, then I see what in Christianity, we see it as a homegoing celebration. We're rejoicing in the person going home. The ones that bother me are the ones that well, you don't know. Some people you know by their lifestyle and how they live, but others you don't know what they do behind closed doors, or if they had a relationship. You just only know by what you see. So the ones that hit me the hardest are the ones that you don't know if you're gonna see them again, because you don't know what kind of life they live, or if they had that relationship with God. So, but it is sad, viewed as sad, because you feel like you're never gonna see the person again. I don't see how people survive who don't believe in heaven and hell, because I lose my mind thinking I wouldn't go see my people again ever again, like never ever.
Interesting. What
Tiama?
about you, Tiama?
I was raised Jehovah Witness, so they don't believe, only a certain few make it into heaven, then everybody else supposed to come back later on. I don't know. So I don't know where I stand on that. I don't know what I believe, what's gonna happen. Just be the best you, and when you see your maker, you see your maker. Like I don't feel no type. I don't actually have a feel on when people die. It all depends on how they die. If a person was dying from cancer or something, I'd be like, boy, I'm so glad they ain't suffering no more. And this have been people that's my close family members. So I'm the wrong person to go to with them. Like, I have no feeling. To me, it's a part of life. I don't even cry at funerals.
I'm a water bag. I mean, I cried a stranger's funeral. I went to a funeral and I just went and supported to my friend. Didn't know who the deceased, and I was crying like that was my best friend. People like,
That was the empathy part of you. You was feeling the pain they was feeling. That's what that
Yeah, you
was.
was feeling
But I could
empathy
understand
for
what
somebody.
Tayama. I could understand what Tayama said about, when somebody died that's sick, you be like, "Oh, you saying suffering no more." I could understand that, because I felt like that too. Like with my great grandmother, when she passed away, she was diabetic. She didn't have no legs, so my grandma had to take care of her. And I'm sure that was aggravating to have to call somebody for every single thing that you needed, because you couldn't function and do what you wanted to do, and losing that sense of independency. I'd rather be gone. So I get that
Only
part
thing
too.
you
No more suffering.
only thing you'll ever see me cry for is a baby. Like kids, kids dying. That just hurts my, like, I don't know. Like that will make me cry. Like the 6-year-old that got hit by the stray bullet at his birthday party. I ain't go to the funeral, didn't know a thing about him, but when it came on the news, it made me cry. That's why I'm like, I'm weird. Don't go by me.
That's not weird. That's empathy, and we should all have that.
that's human.
No, I'm
If you,
talking
if
about
you, if you,
if it's a
if
grown
you,
adult, I'd be like, you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
right, but you're talking about an innocent child.
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm
if
saying.
you
But it could be
didn't,
a
if
kid and
you
I
didn't
will
feel some
cry.
type of way, if you watch the news and saw a little boy got killed by a stray bullet, and you did feel some type of way, I'd probably be looking at you like, "What's wrong with you?" Because everybody, even the toughest person, will feel that. Maybe not necessarily cry, but it'll make them think or make them feel bad.
That's true. You're absolutely
So,
right.
yeah.
Tyson trying to do a cameo. Y'all don't hear him in my background trying to ease on in the road.
Well, Tyson, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
Tyson's butt right out the door.
You watch your mouth. You're not gonna do nothing to him.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Miss Bird. Look, don't send me to the principal office. My mama said I get another referral. She gonna beat my ass.
Okay.
Hey, y'all.
Welcome,
What's
D-Lo.
up, D-Lo?
Hey.
I'm good. Hey.
I think touch the question of the day, D-Lo. What's your view on that?
I saw the question of the day when I was getting on. I was watching on YouTube. My take on it, especially if you have like what was said earlier, if you have a person who was sick and very sick and in a bad way, and things are going on with them in their body and the physical and everything like that in that nature, I would rather, especially if they're in the Lord and they know God, I would rather the Lord take them, because my thing is all that suffering and hurting and pain, and you know what I'm saying. it should be a joyful time because now they no longer have to go through those things anymore. You know, you should see it as okay, they're no longer having to go to dialysis twice and 2 and 3 and 4 times a week. They ain't gotta sit up here and do blood transfusions. They ain't gotta do all this stuff. Yeah. No more rent. No more bills paying. No more having to make $1 out of 15 cents. You know, because of the fact that they're on a budget from being old, or you know what I'm saying. So like even Ernie said, we're taught that is actually supposed to be a joyous thing, especially if the person is in the Lord. Like she said, like when they don't know God, I don't know, because another thing I think that makes people sad is unexpected deaths. People that you did not expect to die, and it just happened all of a sudden, like car accidents or shootings, or you know, the stuff that you didn't expect, you didn't think was coming. Even with younger people, you didn't think was coming, and then all of a sudden, boom, they dead. I think that's why some people be sad sometimes too, because of unexpected deaths. Yeah.
Okay.
But I see it as a joyous thing. I do.
Well, I just wanted to put something out there real quick. I don't know if it actually works, but my friend Angela, she had hit me up the other night on an inbox message with me. She said that if you dial #662# on your cell phone, you'll get no more of the scam likely calls. So again,
I tried it. It works.
So just for the viewers out there, you know, there's something that you could try on your cellular phone. So
what it does is it blocks. It says success. Scam block is now turned on.
Okay.
So it blocks all the scam likely numbers, just like you said.
Okay.
Yep. And you'll know it worked because when you look on your phone, you'll start seeing like.
Look, Tony. Look at my screen.
What does it say? I can't see it.
Success scam.
What I just read it to you.
Yeah, it says that.
The thing I just read to you.
You dial it and send it.
You dial it and
dial
and call it. Yeah. And it'll say it'll have this little thing turning and it'll say USSD code interactive. Scam block is now turned on.
And if you do it again, it says success. Scam block is now turned off. And they give you the number to dial to turn it back on. If you want to turn it back on.
It's #6. It's #632.
632, yeah.
Okay. So there you have something. So like I said, on this show, definitely you're gonna learn something on every show.
I'm about to add it to my contacts. Scam blocker. Scam blocker, no. Scam blocker.
Okay.
What is it again? What is it? #662?
Yeah. 662 pounds.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that in my contacts.
Yeah, because
I've done it over a week and I haven't got not one scam call. But I can tell they there though, because when I check my voice message,
you see like when you block, it pop up and then your voicemail full of messages from them people.
Yep.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey, you can tell I know because I done blocked a couple of them before this, so you already know.
Look, we're calling to let you know. Yeah.
This is Teresa from Perella Insurance. And Perella Insurance, come one more time on the screen.
Hi, we're calling to let you know that you are qualified for the new homeowners insurance. I don't even have a house, so how do I qualify for homeowners insurance?
You got something you want to tell me?
Right. I didn't know I had a house. When did I get a house?
So Anthony, I pulled up I got the letter.
Okay.
All the letter.
They say your house is on its way.
Okay.
And another thing I just want to also reiterate and remind everybody.
Starting in January 2022, if you receive money through Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, any of those types of apps, If you get more than $600 throughout the year, you will receive a 1099-K, meaning you will be taxed on that money. So if you are a small business owner or a gig worker and you receive money through these apps, you want to start getting your paperwork straight now because you will be taxed on that.
Hi, Johnny Wright. How are you?
So Johnny,
You might be my cousin, Mr. Wright. My granddad had a last name Wright.
He let me put up
I'm
all that
telling you.
stuff, no pressure. Steve was out there.
Okay.
I put up all that stuff. I ain't have to stop for him. We just got here. We been here like 30 minutes.
Hey, Donisha.
We been watching that.
Hey, Darnisha.
Tayama, we hear your whole conversation.
Oh, my bad. Let me tell you. I just got to get out of jail free card, y'all. So, I'm free. They say I'm free, y'all.
Credit Chick said pound 662. Johnny Wright said Oklahoma City. I don't know.
That's what he is.
Let me find out, cuz. Let me find out, cuz.
That's actually my cousin. Listen, okay, if we can.
Right.
But listen, you all can find Don Allen on his show, his weekly show on Mondays and Wednesdays on the Chill Zone.
WTCZ Music Box Radio in the Chill Zone every Monday and Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can find it on YouTube at D-Lo Productions. Once again, that's YouTube, look up D-Lo Productions. We play the best in R&B, rhythm and blues, oldies, favorites. And there's a request line, 682-200-9345. Once again, that is WTCZ Music Box Radio in the Chill Zone with your host, D-Lo. Every Monday and Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Check it out.
Dear ATL is a segment of the show where you, the viewer, can write in and tell us about what's going on in your life. And we will read your letter and respond to your letter live here on the air. So if you're experiencing relationship problems, best friend disputes, baby mama, baby daddy drama, marriage issues, church hurt, church issues, and many, many more, send your letters to theanthonybrown@gmail.com.
Dear ATL by Deep Savage.
Yes. I'll excuse the glasses tonight because this eye doing some craziness with just one eye showing out. Dear ATL, I have been in a relationship for almost 3 months. The first month of dating this young lady, it was very blissful and she looked amazing. Took care of herself, dressed very sexy the way I like my women to dress. After about 3 weeks into the relationship, we eventually had sex. Her body was banging from the top of her head to the tip of her toes. Everything seemed flawless. And by this being a new relationship, and this was about to be the first time we were having sex, I wanted to bless her not only with a long, stiff rod, but a soft, long, flexible tongue. And so I rented out a very nice Airbnb. Had rose petals all throughout the house, leading to the bedroom and to the bathroom with candle wax, incense, honey, and strawberry syrup, and a little whipped cream. Music, soft playing, temperature set just right so you don't be too cold and you don't be too hot with a little champagne. I was ready. Shit, I'm ready listening to this girl now. Listen, no, I don't want to know what he had, but I'll take his idea. But I don't want to know what he had because I read his letter already. So when she arrived to the spot, Everything was set. We started kissing from the door. I got it up to the bedroom where I had other surprises awaiting. Nice, sexy lingerie, just ready to entice and ready to have a great night. She wanted to take a bath and things of that nature. So yes, I indulged her into going, and I asked, could I come watch? And she said, no, just wait for the surprise. So I obliged her again. After about 10 or 20 minutes, she returned in wearing a little outfit that I had for her, and I was excited. So we get into everything, and as the music's playing, I started to suck on her toes, kiss on her thighs, and as we get down to the vagina area, there was a very odorous, fishy smell, and I almost gagged. So I came back up to the top and started to kiss. She asked me, why didn't I do that? Why didn't I do what I first started to do? And I said, I'm overly excited and I'm ready to get into it. So she went with it. As I reached for the condom, she took her mouth and started to suck on me. I was really erect. I was so excited. So she took the condom from out of my hand and put it in her mouth and started to fit the condom around my penis until it was all the way down with her mouth. Lord help me. As I flipped, this is like soft porn, it really is. After I flipped her over and started to put my penis inside of her, it started to feel good. But after a few strokes, the smell overcame me and I had to stop. And I told her that my head was hurting and that I couldn't perform. Hold on one second. Hold on, y'all.
So after a few strokes, it started to smell.
So he says, sorry, y'all, my daughter called to tell me that she walked to the car. So the smell overcame me and I had to stop. I told her that my head was hurting and I couldn't perform because it was throbbing that bad. I had to pretend that I had a migraine and had to have her off all the lights. I don't understand. So we drifted off to sleep, and the next morning she gets on top of me trying to start again. I had morning wood, so we went for it again. But as she was riding me, every stroke she went up and down. The smell continued to choke the shit out of me. I endured it until I got in that, and she was pleased. After she went and got a shower and came back, I was sitting at the table, and I wanted to tell her she needs to go to the doctor because of her pH balance is off. Or she got some stank ass pussy. I think that's what they meant to say. Dear ATL, please help me. She's a nice young lady. She's beautiful. Hold on. She's a nice young lady. She's beautiful. That's the only thing bad that's going on with her. And I know of help me by no. I don't know what you're trying to say. I just need to know how to tell her that she needs to go see a doctor because her vagina stinks. So yeah.
Wow. First of all, I think the man. I don't even know how he was even able to do what he did with her. And because my thing is, I'm turned off by certain things, and certain things, I can't get an erection if I'm turned off. So how did he even maintain the erection? Because if I'm turned off by a smell, an odor, bad breath, stank feet, any of those things, I'm not going to be able to perform, period. And you're going to know it.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. When he went down the first time and smelled that would have been the end of the night. Period. There's nothing else to do.
Nothing else.
There's nothing else to do.
Nothing.
But the thing about any kind of odor, whether it's feminine odor, armpit odor, bad breath, any kind of bodily odor, you smell yourself before anybody else smell you.
She know what that cat smell like.
If you go to the bathroom, you gotta cock them legs open to wipe. So whatever you smell like, it's gonna hit you in the face if it stinks. I was just appalled at the letter. The fact that whoever wrote this letter, actually continued to go on.
Exactly. I couldn't have done it.
Because once I got it with
the fish market, I want to hear his thing on there. Wait, come here. I need you and your friend that you on the phone with.
Well, I'm gonna finish my sentence before you start bringing people in. When you smelled it, that should have been it. And it ain't no pH balance, unbalanced. You need to carry your ass to the doctor. It's something wrong. A bath can't solve that. You need antibiotics.
Ain't no dish or nothing gonna make that better.
No, you need some amoxicillin with a side of You just need antibiotics. I just know my
Ain't a dish strong enough for that.
You shouldn't do this. Shit is bad anyways.
So you think that's what she went to the bathroom to do when she said she need to shower?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't say that. No.
No, what?
No, Donnella has said, ain't no dish in the world that can help that. That's what he said.
See, I be wanting to ask questions like, so Legacy, have you ever came across this problem?
Well, first of all, I ain't never gonna go through that because before I even think about put my mouth on something, my finger gonna go in something.
But have your finger ever went in something and you told her, listen here, little mama, listen, hey, I don't know what that is, but
I ran across that before, and I just couldn't be around it because I mean, you sick, something going on inside of your body where it smells like Star-Kissed tuna, and you ain't got no reason for it to be smelling like Star-Kissed.
I was hoping you didn't go there with the tuna, but I should have known. If you go there with the lips, you was going there with the tuna.
But you know,
but no, tuna don't smell like what that letter described.
That's sea bass right there.
He said that made him wanted to gag.
Then that's sea bass. That
smell like two-week-old collard green.
Mm-hmm.
Come now, who you on the phone with?
I just don't think that if he like her.
Come here.
If he like her, you know, sometimes it's hard to even tell some people sometimes your breath stink because,
hey,
you know.
Have you ever been with a girl to where her stuff was so stank it made you want to gag? And if you did, would you even try to go past with it, or you gonna get up and get out? Rick say, nah, he ain't never had that, and he would get up and get out. But I know he would. He very screaming.
But that right there, I don't like Tiama. Like
Remedy said it sound like rotten tuna.
It's crazy because I mean,
exactly.
Y'all women, like you say, y'all women know when it ain't right before any man knows. So I think that maybe she did try to do what Tiama said, or what Tiama asked and what Donnella said. She probably went inside of there and tried to, you know, tighten it up a little bit. You know, trying to get that leftover nut. Trying to get that leftover nut bucket in the back cleaned out because she had them probably left some leftover semen in the back. And she was trying to flush it out. And then, you know, she wanted it to grip a little gripper. And so she came back in there thinking she had done cleaned that cervix real good. And it was all left on the wall. You know, she might be having bacterial vaginosis or trichomoniasis to where, you know, it could come from anything. People, I think y'all pH balance can be offset from different things like different medication that y'all are taking and things like that, or different soap and stuff. So
you gotta remember Legacy is a vagiologist, so you know he know just about everything there is to know.
Yeah, like you can get bacterial vaginosis from just using soap that's scented. Like they say you're not even supposed to put soap down there. You're just supposed to wash it with water. Come on, say every man. Say what?
I said there you go, baby.
I was reading. Kamal said every man has to come across this. But like Legacy said, when it happens, you normally smell it during the pre-show. Once you experience it, something important comes up immediately and never again with her. Right. But my thing is, if you really like this young lady, when you got to with her the first time, why don't you stop it and have that conversation? And it could, you're right, Darnisha, it could be UTI as well.
But Savage, for your question is what I'm trying to get. I was saying that sometimes you don't want to embarrass people because sometimes you may tell a person, you musty. I ain't motherfucking musty. I ain't musty. Well, I'm telling you, you musty is me and you in here, and I smell like sewer, and you smell like us. So you bitch, here, wipe your arm with this piece of paper and smell it. That's you smelling like.
No, she ain't even got to do like that. What the girl on Saturday Night Live said, superstar. She said, when I get nervous, I put my own hands up under my arms and then I smell it like this. That's all she got to do.
But when it comes to telling people, when it comes to telling people, Tony Savage, y'all, something like that, you try to find the easiest way. Now, I mean, telling somebody their breath stink, their armpit stink, but you going to tell a woman your whole pussy hole smell like outdoors, backyard, trash can dump is no easier way.
But if this is a woman that have invested, if this is a woman that I've invested time in, I mean, I really put in work. Like, I put rollers down, I did all of this stuff. Obviously, the communication is banging. Why can't I have that conversation? If you can't have that conversation with me to tell me that I think we might not be the best, we might not be the best two to be compatible, because you got to be able to tell me anything.
The first time you got to get it, it's hard to tell you on the first time.
No. You think if your penis smell fishy, because me can have fishy smelling penises, and I'm about to go there, you smell like fish, I'm not gonna tell you. And I'm still gonna put the condom on and just jump on it. No, sir, no ham, no ma'am, no spam, sir. Exactly. Is it a fish market in your lap? Really?
I wouldn't have did it like that. I would have did it another way.
Right, but I just feel like
she might could be young and don't like. She could be young and she don't know no better, because an older chick would already know. Hey, listen, go check something. Let me tell you, because I never ran across St. Coochie. But if I did, and I cared about a girl that much to where we was at that level, honey, we going to the clinic the next day.
Remember, said she should have never went to meet up with him when she knew it wasn't right down there. If it smelled that bad, a bath would not fix nothing. And like I said before, you smell yourself before anybody else do. Period.
That's what our mama been telling us since birth.
As Kamal said, sometimes that's the odor don't come right then. Sometimes you have to, it's like having a clogged pipe in your house. And
listen,
sometimes
that's fine, but in this letter, when he went down there before he decided the Pokemon, he smelled that shit and went back up. The hell? That's why I be saying niggas will fuck anything, because if you will smell something that'll make you gag and you'll still put on the condom, man, get the fuck out of it. Each his own. Boo, dude, you got problems.
Right.
You got more problems than her. Well, if I cannot stomach to stand down there, I'm not gonna stomach to stick my friend in there.
He might have thought she had a bad wipe or something.
You know what?
What you mean a bad wipe? If you wipe in front of the back, ain't no bad wipe. Why would your back wipe to your front wipe make? You know what? Why am I entertaining
you? You know what? Onion, we gonna let him have that. This person that wrote that better be 17 and under. This person that wrote this letter better not be 21 and older. Tom, I'm so sorry.
But the man, he did try.
Remember he said if it smelled that bad, trust me, she would have smelled the way before he did. That's what I'm saying. You smell yourself before anybody else do. On down to your breath, especially with these masks on.
Savage, everybody is not as tidy and tedious as a lot of women. Some people be like, fuck it. He don't care. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to see. and they went
You
for it, and
don't
then he got.
care.
But she don't know. But she don't know that he don't care because this is their first time.
Then
Right.
she don't care.
Okay.
What do you say? Garbage smell like garbage truck juice?
Let me tell you, the way like how detailed he told you the smell was.
Yeah.
It's the details for me. I'm one of them people, if you throw up, I'm finna throw up too. So adults don't throw up around me. Because my gag reflexes, we gonna throwing up together. Just on what he said, I'm ready to throw up, and I ain't even, nah, buddy.
But I feel like she raped him.
Let me
I
tell
feel
you,
like
based on she went in the shower, I would have kicked that hoe out of my house. 5,000.
Well, no, it's only rape when you ask them to stop. He never asked her to stop.
He never asked her to stop. When she started giving him that head, he never asked her to stop.
Not.
When she climbed on top, he let her ride out.
If your vagina smell dead, I'm gonna be afraid what's in your mouth too.
I won't be like, I'll try. The letter for me was when he was talking about every time she got on top of him, he had the morning wood, but then every stroke that she went up and down, the smell just kept coming.
I wonder if she had discharge too, and if she did, he keep going with that. Because most of the time, this type of stuff is accompanied with other stuff.
You officially is gross.
Exactly.
Look, I already don't want to think about that area, and then you just got me seeing things.
Research project when I was a teenager, doing projects in school and reports in school about different STDs and different things that can happen. You learn a lot. All that stuff it go together.
It do.
Ugh.
It does.
But the crazy thing is, he said he woke up and she was on it. This time, that's why I got to roll with you on that.
No, she said, you got that morning wound and she climbed on top. So he watched her climb on top.
No condom.
Ew.
Well, they could have wore condom. They could have wore condom. They just didn't mention it.
Right. Because he sure put on one the first time.
Well, we gotta just tell the man, go get yourself tested.
Sir, you shouldn't even have reason to go get tested. Once you smelled the fish market, it should have been 2 fingers out or a conversation. Then 2 fingers out.
Not fish market.
Deuces.
Y'all heard that joke? A blind man walks into a fish market and goes, "Good morning, ladies." Remy said, "Not the discharge. If it smells that bad, that means discharge smells just as bad." Oh God.
Jesus.
Wow.
What you gonna tell him, Tony?
Well, you shouldn't have went no further after you smelled that. That's number one, sir.
Get a doctor to look at that before you even play around in it.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Our guest is on here. So, Miss Marion, what do you feel about this, Miss Marion?
That don't sound good. Neither way. That sounds terrible.
Who you telling?
Right, because he shouldn't have went no further. Like, as soon as the smell wafted, and he said it hit him. Basically, you could imagine it wafted his way. And soon as that smell wafted his way, the first response should have been, I don't care how much, it ain't that much coochie in the world for me to sit up here and put up with this disgusting, odious, most gross, most disgusting thing that I am smelling. I don't need the coochie that bad. Let me go and find me some coochie somewhere else because it ain't worth it. She gotta go. I'm sorry, ma'am. Listen, just as quick as you pull your panties down, I'm gonna need you to pull them back up. Do you need a Lyft or Uber? Because I will get you one. So you can get back on.
That's why we can't. That's why it's harder for us to tell them, because that's exactly how
you can. You
can.
I would have
because
told her. I would
it
have
would
told
help
her straight
her.
up. Listen, I'm feeling you. I'm feeling
Right.
you, but you notice it's a problem, and I see it's a problem. We both gonna go get tested. We gonna figure out what's wrong with you. Like it's a way, cause you can let her know
When
you thoroughly concerned. But
listen,
man, I
we
wouldn't
me,
let her walk
me
out
and
and not handle that.
listen, me
Now
and
he
my
said
because
he gotta
I'm
go get checked because you never know.
being honest, me and my spouse, when we first got together, we dated a year online. But when we actually met, I had to tell my spouse had bad breath. And the first day he came here, the first thing I said to him was, I like you and I love you, but baby, we need to go to the dentist because your breath smell like
Oh, Jesus. I hope he's not watching this episode.
No, no, we've talked about it. He and I have talked about it openly, so I ain't telling you nothing he haven't said in front of other people. So it's not that big of a deal. Like ain't no embarrassment here.
What did the dentist say was going on?
He had something where he had to have his two back teeth pulled out. They had rotted. And they had to see, and because of the fact that I love you, now you walk around here smelling like dentine every day. You know what I'm saying? So because of the fact that I was into you when we first got together, rather than waiting and just sitting around and trying to be like, oh, I don't want to hurt his feelings. I don't want to hurt. No, the first day you came here, I said, we've been dating a year online. Now that you're here in my physical, let me tell you, we need to go to the dentist and see, can we get this together? So you can tell the person, it doesn't matter how much you love or like them, you can tell them in a way that doesn't hurt their feelings. And
That may be true. That might be true for you talking to a man, and maybe a woman can tell another woman, but it gets a little bit
different
crazy
when a man tells a woman, yeah.
Tell a woman,
yeah,
your pussy hole smell like an outdoor trash can.
But of course, not an outdoor way if you bring it across like that. If you come with love,
of course, I'm hoping they wouldn't bring it like that, but it's a little bit different
I don't know
when
with you, she might get just like that.
I'm not gonna do it.
He gonna be rude. He ain't gonna be nice about it.
Over this podcast, I am a gentleman.
Hey, look, and if he get enough drinks that he was ready, and that bitch tried him.
He gonna be extra mad. He gonna listen. Get your ass up and get your stank pussy up out of here. I've been ready. I'm ready to go, and you done messed up my whole night. Get the hell up out of my house.
I would tell y'all a story. I'm gonna tell y'all a story.
Make it quick.
But yeah.
Ain't nothing quick but his stroke. Oh.
That ain't even quick either. That ain't quick either, man. But anyway, I was having this. This was one of the first times I ever, had a white woman. So I met her through one of my partners. They worked together at this company. So we talked for about 2-3 days, and she came on through. So at this time, me and my partner, we had a 1-bedroom apartment, and we were sharing. It would be his week in the room, my week on the couch, my week in the room, his week on the couch. So when she came over, just luckily it was my week. So I think I was 19 at this time. So she come over, whatever, my mindset is whenever I mess with a white woman, I have to mud her out for all the wrong thing that white people are doing in this world and what they done to my black sisters growing up. So when we we got we got into our little situation or whatever. So she started giving me a little fellatio, and it was nice. It was good. That talk was fire. So got myself together, and I started hitting her from the back. So when I started knocking her head back from the back, I was getting it, and I was in my zone. No, hold on, let me back up. But before we got in the bed, she wanted to get under the cover. So I was like, no, I don't really, do it under the cover. We ain't boyfriend and girlfriend like that. So I laid down some extra sheets. I laid down some extra sheets on the bed, and I had about 2 towels. One was a black towel and one was a white towel. So we into it. I'm getting it from the back. I heard some say, ooh. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting this thing good. That thing, I was, oh. so I think with the queefing real good, but then
you thought it was just a normal queef, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
So as I'm still stroking, a smell hit me. I was like, hold on. Smell like some shit. So
oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
You had to literally knock the shit out of her.
So I was like, hold on, it smell like somebody done shit. You farted? She was like, no. I was like, hold on, man, let me check. She was like, let me finish giving you some head. I was like, cool, but let me turn on the light first. I gotta see what's going on. I turn on the light. This lady done shit it on the towel. Then I'm hot. When I say I'm hot, my mind ain't go to say, is you okay? My mind ain't say none of that. My mind said, this bitch done shit it on my bed.
So you literally, when they say fuck the shit out of you, you literally fuck the shit out.
So hold on. So I'm mad. I'm hollering. My partner is in the next room because we in the living room. He come in the living room. He come out the room. What's wrong? I said, man, she done shitted on the bed. He say, oh my God, you literally shitted.
So now, you put her business all out like that?
Huh?
You put all her business out like that?
Hold on. She's a white nothing.
Oh my God.
So when he come in the room, mind you, they work together. So she was like, Can I use your bathroom? I was like, hell no, you can't use my bathroom. He go to paper towels, wipe your ass. Mitra, take her home. So Mitra, she got up, I threw the damn towels away. So the next day, I go up to her job to go holler at my homeboy. When I get there, the girl ain't there today. So I was like, well, where's she at? He say, well, I'm just telling you that she quit today. I like, she quit? He was like, yeah, she quit. I said, why she called me? Why she quit? This motherfucker done went to the job and I told everybody. That's the one right there that made her shit on herself. That's the one right there. They were calling the girl shitty booty, all type of stuff.
Lord Jesus.
Told them people that I made that girl shit on herself.
And you the shit maker.
So you literally, once again, you fucked the shit out of her. Literally. Literally. I've heard people say it, but I've never heard of it done. So you really did it.
I just was fucking for all the injustice and slavery. I was fucking for slavery.
So when you marry, you whisper that ear.
Take your ass to sleep.
So when you marry, you whisper that
somebody unplug Legacy's feeding tube, please.
You was ignorant, bitch.
Somebody unplug Legacy's feeding tube, please. He get too much nutrients.
So when you met her and said, "Girl, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you," you meant every word of that.
I didn't really mean it in the literal sense, but I did
But
mean to
hey,
pound the shit out of her though.
Miss Marion, did you make it home yet? Miss Marion, have you made it home yet?
Here I am. Hey, Tony. Hey, everybody.
We can't
what's
see
up?
you.
Hello.
What's up,
Hello.
cousin?
Legacy. I know you can't see me. Hey,
This one we asked, are you
how
home
you
yet? So you
doing,
put your camera on.
Legacy? I could literally put my camera on, but I don't want to get a ticket.
That's what I'm saying. So you're not home yet.
Tony, drive.
You're still driving. That's what I'm saying. So, okay. So how much more time you need before you get home? Thank you. Don Allen can also be found in his local area in the Dallas area. He's your local notary. Check him out.
D-Low Notary Service. Don Allen Lowe is your personal notary public, serving the Dallas area. You can call 214-962-8275, or you can call the office at 682-200-9345. If you have any other inquiries, you can email dlownotaryservice1@gmail.com. Once again, that's D-Low's Notary Service. Don Allen Lowe is your personal notary public. Any notary duties that you need done, he will be able to get it done. D-Low's Notary Service. Check it out.
Yes, Don Allen.
Check it out. Oh, but I wanted to say, when you were talking about my show, I got two great guest hosts coming up, co-hosts coming this week. Monday will be Auntie Adrian, and of course, none other than Legacy, the great, on Wednesday will be my
You know what,
co-host.
baby?
Yeah, Legacy the Great will be my co-host on Wednesday. Auntie Adrian on Monday, and yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be hot.
I just got to warn you about that Legacy fellow. You know, he has that takeover spirit. So just be warned.
Well, I
You might
already
need
know.
security. You might need security when Legacy come on, because he long-winded. He gonna take over with his, according to Tara by AJ, with his leadership skills. Okay.
Yeah, me. No, Legacy gonna say, just like when you were co-hosting with me, Legacy gonna say what I text him in that text box. And if he don't say what I say when I text him in that text box, then I'm gonna turn his camera off. Pray the Lord. He gonna say what I
He
put
talk
in that
about the record.
text.
He gonna talk so much about the record or the CD. So you only gonna play about 5 songs. Welcome to the show, Juicy.
Blessings, everyone. How are y'all? Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy gobble
Bless, bless,
gobble.
Bless.
Yes, happy Sabbath, everybody.
Hey, Miss Marion.
Here I am. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
You trying to sound all innocent?
Hold on, Tony. I haven't did nothing bad lately.
Okay.
The key word was lately. That's the part. She said lately. I caught that, Miss Miriam. I caught that.
Y'all ain't gonna give my cousin too much now. Don't give my cousin too much.
Well, you know what it is.
Go ass down, Ellen. You don't want to smoke
I'm gonna
tonight.
tell you what the problem is. If you know, I was with Legacy and Tony, this weekend. It really was a bad situation because Legacy always starting stuff.
Amen, girl. Amen.
What did I start?
That's for another show. That's not for this show.
The question is, what don't you start?
See what I'm talking about? Damn. See, I really thought you loved me.
I do.
Love has nothing to do with the truth.
All I did was
Love got to do with it. Got to do with
I
it.
knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Knew
Like
it.
you told that girl, that little one in that square right there. I knew she was gonna eat your ass alive. You told the truth, so it wasn't nothing I can tell her. You knew that was gonna hurt my soul.
I just gave out some valuable information, and Miss Marion, I hope you went with the information that I gave you.
And what might that be? Because I really don't think a lot of the information you give me valuable. Because you'll have me
Smart
Get
lady,
him,
I like
cousin.
you.
Get him.
I get beat up.
Miss Marion, I'm trying to give you a little leeway now. Don't take the leash off. Don't take the leash off.
Okay.
Girl, you can take it off. We got your bite.
See what I'm talking about?
You know, Legacy buying everybody Louis Vuitton bags for Christmas.
When the hell did that happen?
I want a book bag.
You don't remember you said that when I was over by Tony's?
No, never said that. Never. Never said that.
I want a book bag, Legacy. Thank you.
I want a book bag too.
Yeah, I want the book bag. Even though I got a couple, I really don't need you to buy me none. I got 2 of them. But they may not be real Louis Vuitton.
Still waiting on my yoni.
Don't worry about it. Everybody getting something for free, including Tony.
Wow.
I got. What you talking about from you, Miss Marion?
From you, Legacy.
I don't even celebrate Christmas.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna do it a couple days before. You can celebrate Kwanzaa. You know, I got a lot of holidays.
I know, but I don't believe in none of them. I don't believe in none of one of them. I only believe in one holiday. That's Anaya's birthday. That's it. That's it.
Anyway, everybody, let's welcome to the stage none other than Miss Marion Pollack. She's with a Lifeline before death happens. We're gonna talk about this topic. Like I said, in the world today, one thing is for sure, 2 things for certain: is life is short, death is definitely sure. Christ may be the cure, but you're leaving here, and so and you know, death is for sure. So and one thing that I often tell people that you should definitely have and invest in is life insurance. But as you all know, like I was saying earlier in the segment, is that sometimes life insurance is either unattainable because of, you know, health issues, life issues, or whatever, or just the cost. And I'm speaking to Ms. Marion. Like I said, Ms. Marion is that chick that's going out there going to get that coin, and she has multiple sources of income. And you know, she's been on here before. Like I said, she's the credit chick. But you know, now she's back with us tonight, and she's going to talk about this new business, this new venture that she's embarked upon. And I found it to be so intriguing to the point where I was like, "Girl, I need you on my show because, you know, we in the Black community, we need this service." First of all, everybody in every community need it, especially my people in the Black community. You know, so I'm definitely pro-Black, but I'm not anti-white. You know what I'm saying? So, but when I speak and I'm bringing things to the forefront, I'm definitely have my people in mind. So I wanted Miss Marion to come on here tonight to talk about her service, her new company, her new product, tell a little bit more about it. And also tell us how it's different from like a pre-need burial plan. Because I've heard of pre-need burial plans, but also for people who can't get life insurance. So we're going to turn the floor over to you, Miss Marion. Go ahead.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Craig.
Hey, Legacy. Well, let's talk about the funeral plan. And what made me get involved and why it's so interesting is because
A lot of people don't know this, but when you get to the place where maybe you have to bury your loved ones, what end up happening with me, I misplaced my father's insurance papers. And lo and behold, that's when I learned that, a funeral home is a real business. So they came out with this package, and this package was a credit pack. In order for me to borrow money from a funding company, that the funding company receives 4% on the money that you borrow, but your credit score has to be a 640. So a lot of people that's got bad credit or anything to that measure, they actually leaving those loved ones behind to take care of that bill. So this company that I partner up with, it makes it a little bit easier and a little bit different, because if anybody knows that funerals, they cost a lot. Even cremations is like $5,000 these days. So what the funeral plan does, you can cover yourself and six of your family members for $50 a month. And I think that's real good because it covers the funeral itself, or viewing, if you want to have it at the chapel or what you want to do. It covers embalming. It also covers the casket. It covers all the necessities that the funeral home provides for you, which is the biggest part. It's the biggest part of the job, even with the removing of the remains and everything. For me, at the time when I buried my father almost 9 years ago, I paid a little bit less than $14,000.
Mm.
So that was almost 9 years ago. You don't know what the price is now because stuff have, inflation. So I tell anybody it's like the best to do, because in Florida, for instance, the base price of a funeral here, just a basic, the company will give up to 8,500. That's basic. And if you got, just say, seven, you and six of your family members times 8,000, that's a lot of money, and you're only paying $50. And it's not an insurance policy. So if a person does have an insurance policy, they don't have to touch that money because the funeral plan covers what is necessary for the funeral. Because I see a lot of people now, they think GoFundMe is the funeral insurance policy, but it's not. And GoFundMe take a percentage as well out of the money.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So how is this different from like a pre-need burial plan?
A pre-need burial, from what I'm understanding, and I've talked to a good friend of mine that owns a funeral home, they lock you in for a certain price, whatever the funeral price is at that particular time.
Mm-hmm.
This right here is you locked in, and whatever the basic amount is for a service, this is what's going to pay. So you're not paying anything over that.
Okay. And you said this is for you and 5 other individuals in your house. 6 people total.
6. It could be 6 other family members. It's a total of 7. But if you're the plan holder, you count as 1. And then you're allowed to put 6 other family members on there.
Now, the 6 other individuals, they have to be related to you?
No. No, just, 6 of your family. That could be your significant other, boyfriend, legacy, a couple different people you want to put on.
And in Florida, this plan is this program you have is $50 a month.
Yeah, in Florida is $50 a month. We have a few states that is 75, and reason being is because a basic funeral price in the other states are a little bit higher. But this goes all the way for all 50 states and the Caribbeans. The only thing about the Caribbeans is the person that takes the policy have to be in the United States in order to put someone over there in the Caribbean islands, or they have to have dual residency. That's the only thing different with that.
Okay, and how much would it be to get started? Is there any, unlike insurance, or is there physical? Is there an exam? Is there health issues, health questions?
No, no physicals. It's 170. It will be $20 for the application and 3 months up front, and it's just a 180-day waiting period. That's it.
What is the 180-day waiting period for?
Non-contestable
Like,
period.
don't commit suicide. Don't go jump out the building. That type of stuff. And
So-
that would go vice versa. If you get an insurance policy, some insurance policies have a 2-year waiting period.
They do. Most of them, 90% of them have a 2-year waiting period. It's called a non-contestable period. And what that is with a regular insurance policy, I studied insurance. I was going to get my insurance license. And what that is when a person buys an insurance policy, they have what's called a 2-year non-contestable period. So that means in the first 2 years, if you were to die within those 2 years, the insurance company has the right to contest it, investigate it, look into it, to follow up and find out, why did you die? And let's say you died of cancer, and they found out you had cancer when you bought the policy, but you lied on your application. Then the only thing they owe you at that point is what you put into it, your premiums. So if you only paid, let's say, $800 in within that 2-year period, they only owe you $800. Period. They don't owe you they don't owe you the value that you purchased it for, like a $20,000 policy. They don't owe you that because you lied on your policy.
Right.
But after the 2 years, they can no longer contest it because they figure you've outlived what's called a contestable period. They're not going to contest it. So let's say on 2 year and 1 day you die, then they're going to pay it.
So,
and that is correct, Tony.
So basically, after the 6-month period, individuals
can die.
Period. I mean, but they don't pay out money to the family. They just pay this money to like the funeral home and the cost of everything else. The money doesn't necessarily go to the family. They just step in and pay what the cost of the funeral is.
Yep. Because you know what, Legacy, let me tell you something. It is so many tedious things that a funeral home charge for. When you get ready to bury a loved one, it is just, it's unreal. And there's no way they could tell you, like, for instance, they charge for the obituaries if they're black and white, if they're colored. If you take a body to a church for a viewing, they charge you for their attendees. They charge you for that night. For those attendees, if you need those same attendees for Saturday, they charge you for those. They also charge you for the removals of the remains. And I used a funeral home in Delray, and I live in Boynton. They charged me $575 to remove my father's remains and take them to the funeral home. And then, they charge you for everything.
That's an expensive Uber.
Boy, you
that's
dumb.
just what it was.
But I've seen people and funeral homes allow the family members to do the obituaries themselves. I've seen them
because they want to save.
I understand that's the whole purpose of having a good insurance policy is that you able to save and your family is able to benefit from the policy for the duration of their lives if you have a real good one. But it's really still up to you and the family that you have that can say, well, I'll have my sister come in and do her hair. So now nobody at the funeral home has to do my mother's hair. Or I'll have my brother come. You know what I'm saying? It's things that you can do to alleviate certain things from having to pay so much money. And one of the first things is to not give the funeral home your insurance policy. Your insurance policy, because the only thing they need to know is that you can cover the cost of the funeral with your policy. But a lot of people get beat out of their insurance money through the funeral homes, like you say, because they hand over the policy and then they go ahead and, the funeral home, because a lot of people are so grieving that they can't even think of how much money they about to lose. The average, I was just looking it up. It was saying that just in the state of Florida, the average funeral cost in the state of Florida, a basic one runs you about almost $9,000, and that's just a basic casket, the thing that go on top of the casket, and a little bit of this, like you said, the people that stand in the gap and give the service. So,
And see,
I
the
mean,
part
there's
that
a lot
they
of things you
missing
can do.
is there's a charge that has to go to the city before you even do the funeral. You got to go and pay the city for the plot.
Yeah.
So that's why I say sometimes
Yeah.
people need to sit down and maximize what they need and what they want, because a lot of people that do a lot of funerals, they do a lot of stuff for show. And you know what? It's a lot of money for that day, but how are you gonna live afterwards?
And one thing for sure, two things for certain is again, it, I know someone. Actually, I know two or three people who work in the insurance field, and they all have told me, Tony, they said our job is to find out how much your policy is and try to get as much money out of that policy. Because we, as
Yeah.
the person that's writing up the contract, we get a base pay plus a commission. So if we can get as much money out of you, if you got $100,000 policy and your funeral is only $9,000, if I can get 20,000 out of you, 30,000 out of you, then that's what I'm gonna try to do. And then what they do, they tend to act on your emotion, because so and so that died was the pillar of the family. She was the cornerstone. She was the one that held the family together. She was Big Mama. Everybody went to the house every Sunday. So we want to get her the very best. So instead of getting her the regular brown casket or the blue casket, we're gonna get her the one that's laced in 14 karat gold.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yes.
From the perspective of a person who actually has worked in the funeral industry in several funeral homes, like Tony is saying, they play on you. And a lot of them will actually say, "Look, let me see how much I can get out of her. They'll actually say it before they go in the meeting room with you. Oh, that's Big Mama. Okay, we're gonna see if we can get Big Mama the deluxe casket. We can get her the $10,000 casket. We can because they actually sit there and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, they came in crying. They already crying. Like a lot of times they will come in there with the mindset of, and I'm sorry, I'm not just saying what funeral home I work for because I want nobody coming after me. They will actually come in with the mindset of, I was just an attendant, but I still was able to see the behind the scenes and see all this stuff that you're talking about, Miss Marion, all of the fees and the extra stuff that they charge you when you really don't even know that they're charging you this stuff.
Yep.
And so I've seen them prey on people and say, okay, well, we got to tell them, okay, we got our own organist, we got our own drummer, da-da-da-da-da-da. They try to throw in singers and they try to add everything to you. But if you come in there knowing, hey, my whole family can sing, my uncle played the organ, my cousin played the drums, I'm going to do Big Mama hair, I'm going to do Big Mama makeup, you know what I'm saying? You got to come in with that kind of mindset because they'll try to add those, take it from a person who's actually worked in several funeral homes. They will try to nickel and dime you.
And it's a business, it's a business. It's a true business. And I have respect for a funeral director where I am in Boynton. I have a lot of respect for Mr. Daryl Johnson. And reason being is because he sit down and do prices that fits the person's purse or wallet, and he try to see it through the right way. Yes, he has been burnt by families, but he's the first funeral director that I have met that just don't be at all the money. He care about the people, and that's real. That's real hard to find now.
But Miss Marion, if I see you can understand, I can understand why he's like that, because one thing about death is that business don't go out of business. So I don't have to rate everybody, because it's times where you can see funeral homes that got 6 and 8 people in it at one time. And so death is a business that's not going to end until, I guess, Christ come back. So if you have a good, successful business, funeral home business, and people are consistently dying, especially during the COVID era, You don't have to rape nobody about um they funeral money because you're gonna have that on a consistent.
What Big Mama used to say, legacy, people dying that ain't never died before.
That ain't never died before.
Died before.
So
And
you
that's
don't
the
have to.
truth.
You don't. And we're talking about. If I'm pretty sure that a funeral home averages about anywhere between 4 to 6 funerals a week.
Actually, legacy, when I was working at
Probably
one
more.
funeral home, when I was working at one funeral home, we had 15 bodies in 1 week.
Yeah, maybe more. It depends
Yeah.
on.
So if you're getting about 10 bands or 10 bands 4 times, how many you said, Don Allen?
1 week we had, actually 1 week we had more than that. We had 22 bodies in 1 week. We had 10 bodies, 15 bodies another week.
So
Yeah.
you talking about it $10,000 a piece at the low end, and that's the low end. You talking about that's nothing for that funeral home to make $100,000 in 6 months.
100,000 a week.
Yeah. So yes, but like you said, Miss Marion, they're in the business of making anywhere between $15,000 to $20,000 every funeral. My son, I had a newborn son, and he passed away 2012. He was born 45 days. He lived 45 days, had complications. And no lie, I was in Atlanta when he passed away. I was with him. I held him till he took his last breath. And I remember the hospital saying that it was gonna cost at least $1,000 to have him transferred from Atlanta to Valdosta, Georgia, where we were living at. So I was like, well, I tell y'all what, if you guys can't allow me to take him home with me now, then we're gonna have a problem in here. On everything I love, them folks signed the paper for me to drive with my kid's mom from Atlanta with my baby in my arms all the way to Valdosta, Georgia. Dead baby in my arms. We went to the funeral home. Got to the funeral home. I think I paid $1,200 for the funeral. And had a nice casket and everything. And the thing about the funeral home, they were not trying to drag it. I didn't have to pay the money up front. When I first got there, they got my son or whatever and did their thing. And I at this time we were emailing information. I was able to pick out, everything that I wanted. And probably one of them, I think I paid maybe $200, $250 for the baby casket or whatever, and a nice big quilt blanket of him. But outside of that, I was already focused on what it was that I was gonna spend on the funeral. And I didn't have to have a horse. People just do too much outlandish shit, They got to have the people walk down the whole neighborhood that they lived in the horse and carriage and I mean, come on, man. You can't even pay your damn bills after this because you had Big Mama riding around the whole city in a horse and carriage, and she ain't even in there.
Yep.
So sometimes it's not always the funeral home; it's the idiotic stuff that we as people, especially Negroes, want to do. Nigga, if you bury me in a gold casket, I'm gonna dig myself back up and go pawn this shit from them and get this money and redo this one more time because it's unnecessary.
Like that funeral that happened earlier this year with the guy, they put him in his car. You had him sitting in the car
with the Florida State stuff. With the Florida State stuff on.
Yes, I was just like, where? Why? I've seen the stage where they have somebody. Yes, I've seen the stage where they have somebody like in front of a game playing a game with Takis and sodas next to it. I'm just like, why? For what?
They do too much. They forget about God. They do too much.
Oh yeah. Wow. So when it comes to this, Miss Marion, this $50 plane, they have someone come out and explain everything. Can you get a more? Let's say a person can afford a little bit more. Do they have elaborate different types of plans on, or is just this one basic thing?
There's one basic plan.
Let me ask you another question. How do you start up insurance or insurance policy firm like this to where don't you have to have like a major backing or stockholders or somebody that's going to be really fishing out this type of money to bury all these type of people? How do they financially support their insurance policy program?
Well, this is not a policy, it's a plan.
Well, how do they do that? How do they financially stand behind that? If you just had an influx of people to die and all of those people are on that insurance thing or that policy, where did the money come from to financially start this program like that?
It actually came from a company. It's actually from the financial services.
I have a question. How long has the company been open that you are representing? How long have they been around?
For 10 years.
Okay.
Quietly.
How many people have they buried in 10 years? Like a rough estimate, or do you not know?
I'm gonna tell you where this company actually, who's taking like majority of the interest on this is the Latinos. So they're the ones that's getting the benefit, not us.
Why? I mean, when you say that, why? I mean, did they come out to that demographic first? To where did they start?
Yeah, because the home base office is in Durrell.
Yep. So I mean, it ain't that a lot of us ain't getting. I just think, Miss Marion, when we was talking before, it's like when it comes to funerals and death, it's amazing to me how we always think we got enough time.
I'm glad somebody else know that. Tomorrow is not promised.
True.
See what they doing. And that's why I be like, I was just in the store the other day, and if I walked into a store and I know this was a homeless person, I've known this person is homeless. This is how this person lived, and somebody actually put something into this bucket. I mean, put a bucket up here for they. I don't have a problem with helping out. You know, here's a few dollars if I could do it. But when I know I got friends who out here slanging dope and out here doing this and that, and then they mama and they got a whole can in the store, and I'm like, bro, what were y'all doing in the time when y'all had all the money? Y'all thought mama was eternal? Y'all had to think that mama was eternal, everlasting, because y'all didn't see all them wrinkles and stuff. You remember when she had the heart attack? Those were signs that you might have done missed it, because a lot of insurance companies will not, if you've had a stroke, cancer, AIDS, anything that they feel that can take you soon, they will not insure you. And a lot of them give you blood tests, like Primerica. Primerica is great. They not only do they do the swabs, they gonna go in your blood and they gonna pull some of your hair follicles, because you might beat the smoke detector by the swab or something like that, but that hair follicle, that tells what you done been doing for the last 6 years of your life. So I think that we don't educate each other enough, or the people that do have the information don't, have. Me and Tony debate on this a lot. We have to, because we are probably one of the less educated people in the United States. And that's because we have other cultures that come from their country, or other nationalities that come from their country and come to America and learn how to read, how to speak English. And sometimes are some of the smartest kids in our classroom coming from another country, learning how to read in English or speaking English and dominating the classroom. it's like we're misinformed about a lot of things in life, and black people are only on a party tip. It's like we're on a party tip, and this trip ain't gonna never end, and we don't have enough people to actually go out and give these free. And like Tony said, it don't always have to be free. $20 tickets, you know, you can sit $25 and sit in a class for an hour or two and learn this information, what you're talking about these
It's
things.
a few things that I really, really stand on and I live by. A will, trust, power of attorney. No matter if you don't have a house, you know, everybody think you got to have a house, you got to have millions to have that. All you got to do is go to the hospital. You can't speak for yourself. You need that type of stuff. Somebody needs to be designated to be in charge of something. And I have problems with us as African American people because they feel like, oh, I don't have a house, or I don't have millions in the bank, so I don't need that. But you do, because 9 times out of 10, how many women you know have 2 or 3 baby daddies? Those are things you got to settle. Okay, so you got to settle those things. My children would never go through that because they already have what they need in place. Now, my insurance policy, my kids will not get a lump sum. I learned this from Prime America. They are going to receive a structured payment. Because why would I give one of my kids that's young $100,000 for what? If their brain is not where it need to be, they'll be broke in 60 days flat.
I'll say 30.
Probably. And I got one, my daughter, Tori Bircher, have all her money. And I know this for a fact. So I have to thank for her. So you'll get to pay me every month until the policy just is done. It exhausts. But those are things that we don't know as a culture. And those are things that you have to break the generational curse and teach your children. And this funeral plan, I just took this because it was extra. And it also gave me an ability to have a coverage for my mom, because they'll allow you to cover a parent up to 80 years of age.
That's beautiful.
You know,
Miss Marion.
She lived longer than that, but hey.
Miss Marion.
Yes.
How would a person of interest want to, or be able to, not only just purchase that policy, but be a person that actually get out in the field and sell these policies?
All they have to do is just contact me. That's it. Just contact me. The number is on the screen. We set up a consultation and we'll go from there.
And what is the cost of being able to join this team?
$170.
So it costs $150 to
$170.
Listen, I'm gonna try it again. Both ways to get a policy and to become part of the team is $170.
$170.
Why that number?
Because you're paying 3 months up front and a $20 application fee.
I'm talking about, I got that part. I'm talking about why the $170 to do work for this company.
To become a rep.
Because you're paying the 3 months up front, because as a rep, you are a customer as well.
So you have to be a customer in order to be a rep.
If you could just be a customer, but if you want to be a rep, you're still going to be a customer.
I have a question, Mr. Marion. If a person purchases the $50 plan you're talking about, but they come into some money later down the road and somebody dies, are they able to put additional funding with it to add different things to the funeral? Or are they just stuck with the plan that they have?
It's that one flat plan.
So if they wanted to do something else, they could, but they just couldn't do it through y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
Like me, I have my own life insurance policy. Is really big, but I did the funeral plan for the basics. So I have my grandchildren, my children, my mom, myself. and it's not bad for that price.
Okay.
So how much do you pay for life insurance?
Anya?
Oh,
I
I'm
pay
not
80
sure.
a month.
I have mine through the district, the school district, and I just
Okay, you rich then. You got benefits.
I'm
Mine is
not
80.
rich. I just go to work every day.
They give y'all some good benefits and a pension. I'm an entrepreneur, so I have to do everything out my budget.
An entrepreneur.
Well, like the
And
one
none
at
of my jobs didn't come with benefits.
Prime America is one I have, and I pay $80 a month, and I pay that for me, my kids, and it covers $50,000 per child if anything was to happen to each one of my kids, and 300,000 for me.
You want to adopt me and put me on as a beneficiary?
No, I got enough kids. That money got to be spread around. Yeah.
But like, you know what? This type of stuff, like honestly, it needs to be in our community. Like definitely, like we really, really, really need it. Like it's bad. Like it's so bad. Like we need it. I can't stress the fact that this is something that we need.
Miss
And
Marion,
then we won't have to get mad when nobody don't want to donate to the GoFundMe.
Miss Marion, if let's say if it's like me, I live here, but my mother lives in Georgia, and I want to add her to my policy, but she lives in Georgia. Is that a different?
No, because you the carrier, you took it out in Florida.
Okay.
And what else it covers? Say something happens to you, the body is going to a different state. They also cover an airline ticket for you.
They ain't got to worry about no ticket for me.
He's scared to fly.
He's scared to fly.
Yeah, I'm good. I get
So,
them.
So how you gonna come out here to Dallas to visit, man?
Listen. I'm so good with I'm so good with the country ride.
You're not on an island, Don Allen.
Legacy, you better jump in the car with us in December.
Where y'all going?
Dallas.
Oh, I'm going in January.
Girl, I'm literally taking a ride for 3 days. Well, 2 days. And then the same day I get there, I'm jumping on the plane to come back. I'm just going to ride with my best friend. Ride it and coming right back the same day.
So the last time I was told Legacy was going to put together some type of event, and I was going to come in there and tell the people about credit. So I guess I'm going to be adding on the funeral policy as well as soon as Legacy put this event together.
And so you're still gonna do it free?
No, you paying for it.
See, then that's I'm trying to get these people this information freely.
Well, if you pay me to stand up there and talk, I'll do that.
They'll get it freely, but you paying her. Sis say she want her money at the door.
See, I tried not to get into this with you tonight, Miss Marion. That's why I really didn't want to talk about it.
But I have a question, Legacy. Like all jokes aside, let's face it. If Lil Wayne, Young Jeezy, whoever the Lil Uzi Vert or somebody was having a concert, they'll pay to go to that.
Mm-hmm.
So since I'm the credit chick, I'm just like a star.
But listen,
information.
The thing is that me and Tony had this discussion earlier this week. It was a heated one.
When I get ready to go to Texas, I'm paying for education when I go there.
I understand. I do. Okay. But me and Tony had this little dilemma about this this week. And I was trying to get him to understand that I understand, Miss Marion, why you have to charge. I do. But I was trying to get Tony to see that if you was already a multimillionaire and you done already made pretty much enough money that is generational wealth for you, your children, your grandchildren, and your great grandchildren, that it should never be a problem for you to give back to your community, your race of people, and do things for them freely, because all you're doing now is allowing other people to follow a pattern that will allow them to eventually one day, hopefully, make generational wealth like yourself. And yeah, Tony was like, well, what about all this? And I'm like, if I know that yearly that I bring in anywhere between 20 and 30 million dollars a year, this is what I bring in, period. There are tax write-offs where I can pay for certain things and give these things where people can come and get these lessons for free. That this $1 million that I may have invested this year in giving these free seminars, it's going to be as a tax write-off. So I don't have to charge people to come to these events. They can come get this information freely. I'm already making $30 million a year. So why do I have to make 35 million charging other people who are less fortunate than me to get this information? I do understand your situation that you're trying to get to that level. So yes, you should charge something. But somebody that's already a multi-millionaire shouldn't be trying to make more and more money off of people who are less fortunate than them. I can't see myself doing that.
Well, my friend
hold on, Mr. Marion. And the reason why I told him the reason why you charge is because one, for example, two or three reasons. One, the facility that you're using has to be paid for.
Has to be paid for.
I'm a multi-millionaire.
I'm not finished. I'll let you talk. Put your lips together. So not only does the facility has to be paid for, because Marion is not a multi-millionaire. We're talking about reality. We're talking about Marion. You put on an event and Marion's coming out to teach. So that facility has to be paid for. The facility is going to give out free bottled water, or not even free. They're just going to give out bottled water. That has to be paid for. Sometimes they give out snacks, fruit bowls, or whatever. That has to be paid for. You as the speaker, you're giving out pamphlets, flyers, booklets, CDs, DVDs, or whatever as learning materials. That has to be paid for. Not only that, your time is valuable because you pay for your education. Now you're sharing your knowledge. And the time that you're there, you're not investing in your business, you're investing in their future. So your money has stopped for the day because you're investing your time into them. So you have to be reimbursed for your time. Your time.
Did Jesus charge? Did Jesus charge?
Let me finish. Put your lips together. Follow instructions. You know, so that's another reason. You know, so there's reasons why you're charging. He didn't understand that.
Miss Marion, as I just said, and I know you heard me say this, I do understand why you charge. I do. You're trying to get to that level, and I understand that. But what I was basing that story off of, if you were making $30 million a year, why couldn't you put that event on every year for somebody to get the same information you got for free? That money that you're spending is tax deductible. You can get a tax write-off for that money, and you're not hurting at all.
Now, I'm going to tell you something, Legacy. I have been to events like that, but let me tell you what the catch is on the back of it. They give you just enough till you want to know more, and then you still got to pay at the end.
Because you got to purchase the extra materials that they brought along with them to get all the information.
Another reason why I told them in charge, this is what I was trying to think of, and why I drew a blank, is by charging, you weed out the motherfuckers who don't really want to learn. Like, for example, let's say if I'm teaching something to 30 people, and out of 30 people, only 25 really want to learn.
Yeah.
And 5 is just bullshit. You know, they dare to collect phone numbers and holler at the honeys and da-da-da-da. But guess what? Them 5 don't want to pay because they're not really there for the seminar. They're there for trying to get phone numbers. So you don't weed out those 5, and you got the 25 that's going to be focused.
And so you got the 25.
So now your numbers are a success because you got 25 people that's going to finish your course and graduate.
And only 7 of them going to be successful.
And that's fine. Because everybody that go to college don't be successful either.
Yep.
So then I'm basing this off of Miss Marion. If you got that type of money coming in, regardless, that's like if I see a bum on the street, and when I give him my $5 because he needed it, and that's what I felt like giving him, I'm not worrying about if he's going around the corner and buy a piece of crack. I'm not worried about if he's going to the store to buy liquor with it, because I've already done that from the kindness of my heart. I can't worry about if this is what their purpose of coming. But I'm going to be able to say that as a person who's already had money, and I'm trying to genuinely allow people to learn what I learned, me setting up these events because I got it to do it, I'd rather do that than to go buy $1 million car. I'd rather do that so that people can understand this is the lane you need to be in, and it's free because I'm already making $30 million a year. So that $1 million that I did that for, to give everybody the knowledge that I got, I did that from the kindness of my heart. I didn't do, that's just like the ministers in the church. People paying for the word of God, and God gave this information out free.
You blessing the house though.
God gave that information out free. He didn't say charge nobody nothing.
Some people had to go to school.
Huh?
Some people had to go to school to learn all that stuff. They had to go to school. Being a pastor is a job. And I wouldn't want that job because there's a lot of hypocrites in this world.
It's a lot of hypocrites.
It is a heavy job. And I don't think I want to do it again. I've tried, but I don't think I want to do it again. I've done it more than once. It's a heavy job. So I get what Marion talking about.
But Donella, how many times have you
world
given?
legacy.
How many people say what's Tiama?
I say in a perfect world, but you got a big heart to want to put on your people.
Somebody gotta have it, because if we don't have it, especially knowing how far we are behind, if we don't have those type of people that are out there, we're never gonna come from where we are. That's like
but you know what, legacy? You gotta want it. You gotta want to change. You gotta want different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You could take everybody to the water. They gotta want to drink it when they get there.
They do.
A lot of people don't want to do nothing.
Let me tell you, a lot of people say they want legacy, but don't want the work behind it. So
that's true.
You got someone. You have so much faith in your black people.
I just want to. I just have to, because when I look at the sacrifices that Medgar Evers gave up his life, his children, his wife. I look at Martin Luther King. He did the same thing. I look at Malcolm X and many other people that lost their lives trying to get us to the next level of where we are today. If we did not have those people willing to make those type of life sacrifices, we'll still have chains and whips on our backs right now, the one that you can physically feel. So somebody has to be willing to say, you know what? Let's step in the gap, baby, because we don't make it without each other. And like I said, again, Ms. Marion, I'm not saying that you shouldn't get paid for what you're doing. You haven't got there yet, but I'm talking about the level of money to where you can give out these events like that. But if you did, Ms. Marion, which I hope you do, I hope that you will remember me and say, you know what? I do understand what Legacy is saying. Me doing this event for free ain't going to hurt me financially no kind of way. But I would like to see 20 more black people, 100 more black people be able to financially take what I got and make the best out of it as life goes on, because I gave this from the kindness of my heart, not thinking, can I make $1 off the next person?
Well, I want to say to Miss Marion, thank you for coming on and giving it to us tonight for free. My father passed in January, and I didn't know what to do. And I wish I would have had some of this insight that you shared this evening. Um, it didn't cost me a lot. I was able to like put my head together and come up with it and do everything under 7,000. So I feel blessed based off of the information you shared. I'm sitting here. I was like feeling like I had did a little bit too much, but I feel like I hit the jackpot listening to you. But I also hearing legacy and hearing all that you've shared. I appreciate the free advice you gave this evening. Thank you.
You're welcome.
See, it is great
See,
for people out
Legacy,
there, Miss
somebody
Marion.
was so nice. Somebody was nice to me. Legacy, you've been mean to me. Somebody was nice to me. I'm so happy.
I've not been mean to you tonight.
You've been mean to me since Sunday.
Tell on them.
Miss Marion, I just want to I'm grateful because I got a question before I move on. I want to ask you, let's say a person like you is a rep, right? After you sign individuals up, do you receive like a residual income off of everybody you sign up every month?
It's only a short percentage. It's not that much. It's not like my credit repair business.
No. I'm saying if you got 50 people signed up, you know, you should, if they're making their payments every month, then don't you still receive something off of that every month? Or do you constantly have to just go? Because if you don't have nobody signed up, you don't get nobody signed up this week, you don't get nobody signed up this month, you don't receive nothing from the work.
I think you receive something off the 170, not the monthly.
Yeah, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. You get a large portion. And this right here is a more direct than building teams. So the direct,
so basically every month you have to go out and get your people to sign up, because if you don't, then you don't get no money.
Yep.
It's like me with my product. If I don't sell it every month, I don't eat.
And how statewide, how far do they reach out?
We do all 50 states.
Okay, but each state has a different price.
Yeah. The only thing would change would be $25.
So I have an uncle and an auntie that's in Georgia, and they're in their 70s. If I was able to get them to sign up, they would be covered.
Now you would have to be the one, because they're over 65. A person that's 65 could only sign up one more person. So the benefit is to have somebody to be that policy holder that is under 65 in the family in order to carry the other 6.
Okay. So let's say the person who is the policy holder on there that passes away. The policy holder passes away. How does that trickle down for the rest of the individuals? How does the policy do that policy ends because the policy holder is dead, or do it go down to the next?
Yeah, whoever that they put down for their emergency contact, because they're gonna ask you for an emergency person. 9 times out of 10, that emergency person is gonna be one of the family members that's on that plan holder. So that's how it's gonna trickle down. Like for me, is my plan, but if something happened to me, my daughter is my emergency contact. Even though she's on my plan as well, she's the next person that fall in line.
Okay.
She's the one that's the fan of Legacy.
Yeah, she think Legacy is like some type of celebrity.
I love her.
Yeah.
So Marion, is this like an annuity kind of like? This sounds like an annuity to me because I worked in annuities before.
No, it's basic. It's just basic. They're gonna do. When I say basic, it's just basic.
Okay, so it's not complex like annuities are.
When I say it's basic, it's basic.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
Just basic.
Well, Miss Marion, anybody else have any more questions for Miss Marion?
Nope.
Nope.
Savage? Juicy?
No.
Mr. Brown?
I'm good. She's been very helpful, very informative. I appreciate you coming on with us tonight, spending your time, your quality time for free. And I thank you.
So so Legacy, I'm getting a shirt, right? Because that's what you said yesterday for Thanksgiving.
That's not what we said. So stop it, Miss Marion. Your daughter gets a shirt because she's a fan.
But this is her second time on here,
She
so
gets a
I do
shirt
feel
because she
she
was a
deserves a
guest.
shirt.
You get a shirt because you're a guest on the show.
Yeah.
See,
We'll think about it for you.
I give a shirt
But
to
for all y'all people that got these, and like she told y'all, if y'all got more than one baby daddy and y'all don't listen, y'all better have a will to where what go down with y'all kids.
You heard it.
I ain't talking about going in the ground. Like going in the ground, the government gonna pay for your funeral if need be. Your ass gonna get cremated or something. But with your kids, man,
oh yeah, that's
literally
a good one too,
my sister Byra, she had 3 kids. Well, she had 3 kids. She died in 2010. Anya can attest to this. When I tell you, 2 baby daddies did shit that they know she would have never agreed to. Her youngest child way in Georgia. The other one, they had her from here to Deltona, separated all 3 of her kids. Y'all listen.
Miss Marion, that's a question, a good one about the cremation
you
that
dead,
Tiana.
but protect your kids.
What if the person doesn't want to be buried, they want to be cremated? Do y'all cover that?
It covers cremation.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want nobody putting 6. I don't want to be suffocated.
I don't want to go down and be maggot food. So
yeah,
burn
they gonna cremate me. They gonna cremate me. So
I'm afraid of everything. Just burn me.
Legacy,
all right,
ain't gonna know.
Huh?
Yeah, I want to be cremated too because I don't want nobody walking past me talking about they did a good job. She looked like herself. No.
But you know what's bad though?
She don't even look like herself.
You know what's bad though? Even if I was to give up and not even use the office I'm in, with the office that I hold, I have to be buried and I have to have a funeral. I have to be buried.
Why?
I have to have a funeral because I'm an apostle. I have to. They have to put my robe on and all that other stuff. All my robes and my
Let you
cross.
not have no money to be buried and see what happens.
Let me tell you, they don't burn your ass to the cross. First of all, you got to be a part of a church that actually acknowledge your anointedness. So if you're
No,
not,
it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with being a part of a church. It's just the
so who
title.
gonna do it? Your husband gonna make sure that's done?
Whoever, I don't know how it's gonna happen. It's got to happen though.
So they gonna cremate you?
No, can't.
He gonna be buried.
You got to be buried. I got to have a public funeral and a burial. Yep.
Well, so we're
all my robes on and everything.
We've reached our max time. Miss Marion, I want to thank. Hold on, let the people know, Tony. I know it's up here. This is how you can reach Miss Marion. Pollack, tell them how they can reach you, lady.
305-399-3465.
Now,
at any time, 24 hours, that phone line is open.
And
if you're not snoring.
That's for the funeral plan and credit check.
Funeral plan and credit check. Miss Juicy, could you let the individuals out here know in the ATL world how they can get in contact with you, ma'am?
You can find me On Facebook, Enliven Your Way to Wellness. Call the business line 785-422-6949. Instagram, Miss Beautiful. Oh, and I'm on TikTok now as Miss Juicy Cake.
Okay, gotta follow you.
Don Allen,
Me, a little. You can find me on Facebook at Don Allen Low. My email is apostledelo@gmail.com. Or you can find me at www.dlowrazzledazzle.com. Twitter at Apostle Delo, your IG at Apostle Delo, Facebook at Don Allen Low, and my number is 214-962-8275. And you can find me every Monday and every Wednesday on at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Delo Productions on YouTube, the Chill Zone, WTCZ Music Box Radio.
Miss Tiama, Sweetness. Let the world know how they can reach you.
You can find me on Instagram at Tayama01. You can find me on Facebook at Tayama Sweetness Copeland. You can find me at JustinTimeAccessories.com. And you also can reach me at JustinTimeAccessories@gmail. That's my email. You can also reach me at area code 954-873-6659. And y'all, one of our fans on the show, Chris, was calling my phone. I didn't know who he was. So you know that ass was polite to go into my voicemail. And then he was sending me these text messages. Then I finally had to text that ass, who this? And he said Chris. So Chris, thanks for reaching out.
He been reaching out to
All
Juicy
right.
also.
Miss Savage, tell them how they can reach you, Savage Girl.
Donnell, you did such a wonderful job reading your own. Can you read mine, please?
You can reach T Savage. The IG is T Savage 1000. Facebook, Anya Drayton Burrs. TikTok, T_Savage 100. Boris Anya at gmail.com. And the number is 786-525-4691.
We thank you so gratefully, Mr. Don Allen Lowe. And the man of the hour, the man that makes it possible for us to be on this platform underneath God himself, that allows us to be able to get this information out freely sometimes. And that makes it possible. My brother from another mother, one of my best friends that have become that to me. Also, like I say, a brother, sometimes a pain in it. But I definitely need him in my life. He makes
You're
everything
not gonna give my mama too much now.
a little bit able to, deal with on a consistent basis. My counselor at times also. I'd like to bring out, the boss man, Mr. Anthony Brown.
What's up? My name is Anthony Brown. I can be found at The Anthony Brown Show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course on YouTube. I'm a YouTuber, influencer, and a mentor. And the words that I wholeheartedly live by is grind until you shine. And I just want to remind everybody also that we have an all-male cast show coming up real soon. It's going to consist of my brothers from another mother, myself, Legacy, Chuck Dog, and Darren. 3 of the men that have been very influential and been like brothers to me throughout the years and made such an impact in my life. And that I love them wholeheartedly, and I could truly call them my brothers from another mother. And we have a show coming up in about 2 weeks, so definitely look out for us. It's gonna come on Fridays, so we're gonna be really, really busy. So we're gonna have 2 shows on Friday. We're gonna have the all male show, and then right after that we're gonna have the ATL show. So I appreciate if the fans could follow both. It's gonna be a show from a male perspective. We're not there to We're not there to bash the women or hate on men, but we're gonna share love. We're gonna share advice. We're gonna share wisdom, knowledge from 4 different men's perspective. And Chuck Dog, he specialized in educated in finance, so he brings to the table wealth and finance. Chuck Dog is a fitness trainer, a martial arts instructor, and a nutritionist. So he's bringing wealth and health, fitness and health. Legacy is family and advice, and I'm the host of the show. So this should be quite interesting. So definitely tune in. So look out, Kevin Samuels, and coming to knock you off your pedestal.
You better believe it,
buddy.
The only difference is you're not gonna be bashing women all the time like you do. Praise the Lord. Thank the Lord.
Well,
he's a bully.
Oh God, please. We're closing.
He's a bully.
We'll do that backstage, Miss Marion.
You're a bully.
Also, me, Legacy the Great. Facebook, you can reach me at Dream Williams. On YouTube, you can reach me out at Antonio Williams, and my email address is aunyaWms121@gmail.com, or you can call me at 229-630-7615. Before we get out of here, I just want to give thanks to everybody for attending the show tonight. I know y'all, ladies and gents, were very busy. Took time out from your family and friends and loved ones. I want to thank Miss Marion for coming out, doing her thing tonight. She was a little bit sweeter than the first time with me. But I just want to say this, especially to, as Tony say, I'm definitely pro-black. I'm not really anti-white, but, I'm really pro-black. And I just want us to be able to get our people together to be able to educate them on so many different things in life. And we have so many great people of our color and our race, nationality that are so smart and intelligent and have these gifts to be able to get this information out here to these people. And Tony helps with that by having this platform for us to do that. But we need to reach out and do more, because the sacrifices that the great Martin Luther King gave up, and Malcolm X and Medgar Evers and every other man or woman that were hung and cut and slaughtered for us to have these opportunities that we have today. Let's not sell out for money all the time, and let's start giving back to our communities and our children and showing them that you have to, for everyone, for each one, teach one, and we can keep growing from there. That's about all I have to say tonight. So when you get somebody around you, you can put some knowledge in their head. Sometimes it takes a few times to get that for them to understand it, but don't give up. Just keep pushing. ATL, hope.
Bye, y'all.
ATL, they're back.
It's my time again.
Anthony, Tioma, G7, Legacy. They're back. They're the best. Let's get it. Season 2.
I'm the best in this shit, that's fact. And there's only one reason that I came back. I'm here to set the fucking record straight. Okay, I'm the best you other cats just fell the way. First off, ain't no beef with the spitters in my city. But if it comes with 28, man, this shit get gritty. I'm shitty. Yeah, I shit on rappers. Either dead on the scene, since you wanna be actors. This the message. I'm talking open hills and things. The school love feeling foggy. I'll be patiently waiting. It seems y'all forgot who really runs the throne. Screaming y'all number one just because I was gone. See, ain't no stopping me now. I'm on the move. Going against me, must be you ready to lose. The game, the street, the zone is took. This the message. Hope it leave you from me rappers. Sure. Yeah. The message. So y'all know. Yeah. The monster is back. And I'm at my spot. ATL, ho.